All right, hello. Oh, we are really late on the chat. Hello, Stargazers. Yes, we are in Chibi PNG today. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing all right here. Yeah, we have PNG Chibi today. Hope you're okay with that. I hope you're okay with that. I need to be productive today. This is my way of being productive as best I can. You turn yourself into an opera. Oh, you haven't seen this? Yeah, that's fair, because I haven't used it in a long time. But hello, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Hello, MG, hello, Burger, hello, Wilston Fox, hello, Johnny Virgil, hello, KLMX, hello, Starbaker, hello, Janu, hello, Stockler, hello, Vessa, hello, Arcu, hello, Sim Zero, hello, Johnny Virgil, welcome in. Hello, Aegis. Hello. Welcome in. Hello, Lilith. How's turning yourself into a chibi make you more productive? What? Wait. Words. How's turning yourself into a chibi make you more productive? Because I don't have to worry about, like, where my head is at, literally. I don't have to worry about, like, where... tech worries are less. Yes, exactly. When is my alt releasing? I don't know. Cal's coming to enlist me? Oh, jeez. I wanted to see if I could be productive, and I usually am not as productive when I am, like, in my regular mode, so I'm seeing if Chibi is more productive, which was actually the purpose of having the Chibi in the first place. I just never took advantage of it that way. So I'm hoping that today we can actually take better advantage of it. Momentary lapses of Fox speech are to be expected. I haven't been, like, really productive in a long time, so I'm trying to see if we can today. Because I have a commission that I need to try to see if I can render. And even if I'm chit-chatting with you guys, not having to worry about one other element, like, eliminating the elements of, what's the word? Like, getting rid of the... I'm trying to remember what the word is, but, like, getting rid of the barriers, I guess. So, that is why. But yeah. Let the cheese rise up? What does that even mean? Maximal productivity go? We will see. But either way, we can still chat. I can chat with my focus on the work and also being able to look at chat and not have to worry about other stuff. So it's all good. Multi-lane streaming is your kryptonite, got it. Yeah, exactly. Eliminating the elements of thesis paper by Darklight and Nari. Evil geologist. The heck? Oh, goodness. But yeah. So basically, what we are gonna try to work on today is a commission for, that I'm working on for Arcu. So I did a character design for them, and it has been a long time to just try to figure out the actual finished key art. Key art gives me a lot of anxiety. We were able to get the actual, like, design work good, but the key art has been taking some time, so I want to get the key art done. Didn't know you had a chibi model? Thank you! I'm glad you like it. Yeah, a lot of people do not know about it. It was a big rush work. I probably need different versions at some point. I probably need to adjust things later. You're here to steal the catalytic converters. I don't even know what that is. Before going back to your third world chat in a few days. Oh no. I need the key art to unlock the door art. Real question for the chibi is, when do we get sitting version? I don't know. I haven't thought that far. I haven't even thought as far ahead as to like, yeah, this was Starfall Day, so this wasn't like, this was before I had the doctor outfit, so I don't know like what makes sense anymore. It's very tricky for me to figure out what is logical at this point. So I'm just working with what I can. Can I add more tails? Sure. How's that? Ask and you shall receive. It's a lot of energy to keep up all my tails though, so I don't normally have them all out. Can always add more tails. Fastest live TV creator ever. It's tiring to have all my tails out. I don't normally do it. It's very tiring. I normally just have the one. It's hard to keep up with. Reject logic, embrace chaos. Join. I don't know what that is, but no, I'm not reading that out loud. Suzu has 9 all the time. Skill issue? I'm sorry, okay? Look, my tails are a unique situation, okay? I didn't get the benefits that Suzerain did. My tails are a weird enigma. No, it's like, Tails equals paintbrushes? No, I'm not Okami. I'm not Okami. I mean, they kind of represent artwork in a way, but I don't use them as paintbrushes. Alright, I need to keep it down to the 1. If I'm not fighting anything, I'm just keeping it to 1. Ugh. I don't know how Suzerain does it. I think Suzerain is built differently. Alright, anyway. Let's, blah, 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 words. Let's jump into our main thing here. There we go. So I'm currently working on, trying to get the artwork done for, RQ. We shall see how it goes. Yeah. What is your opinion on change? Like changing or like money change? What do you mean, like, you're gonna have to, specify that a little bit. No, it's not Lillian. It's not Lillian. It's a 40K thing? Oh, then I wouldn't know. What? Wait, what? Wait, I'm already confused. We barely started stream. Why are you already confusing me? Yeah, Lillian's a spooter. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna do my best here. I normally don't do much commission work on stream because I get really self-conscious about, like, doing it correctly, getting the correct style. So if I go, like, a while with, like, not chit-chatting, please do not be alarmed. I'm gonna do my best. I have, words. I haven't done, commission art on stream for a while, so I'm going to see how this goes. This is kind of an experiment to see if I can get back into it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Is that being compared to mere Hey, be careful! RQ's here too. You guys all have to get along. Snake and Spooter has to get along. Alright, let's see. Let's try to get a little bit here. I'm trying to do my best in trying to achieve, like, key art. And key art is not something that I'm used to doing, but I wish I could. The other thing is that going forward, I will probably be not focused this much on line art. I really don't think I'm meant to do, like, clean line art. I did for this piece, and it kind of, like, this piece and the contest piece made me realize that, like, I can do clean line art, but, like, I'm not great at it. In terms of efficiency. I'm not good at line art efficiency, so going forward, my work probably will not have clean line art. It's just a different art style. It doesn't mean that I'm, like, spending less time on it or putting in less effort. It's just, like, it's just a different approach. Let's see here. Alright. New rule? No crap talking this skills while it's sorry, I don't I'm not I'm not good at chatting on stream while doing art and not self-criticizing. Like I said, I don't normally do commission work on stream. I used to do commission work on stream a lot. I kind of stopped doing it. I guess partially for this reason. And I'm still just like trying to I need to shush. I don't know how to talk on stream and not like degrade my art when I need to say words. Help me. It's like one of those things where, like, you know you have to talk, and then, like, you say something stupid because you don't know what you're saying, because you're just trying to, like, make conversation. This is not good. I'm not a smart fox. Vessa's just watching the train wreck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out where the collarbone is here. Probably about here, right? Because that's to connect to your shoulder. So probably around here. What? Also a reminder, you have until Saturday night to add something new to Throne. No, adding more aka digital stuff doesn't count. Why are you so insistent? Okay, so... Huh. New Star's PR manager taking a drink of whiskey midday while listening to her talk bad about her art on a commission stream. I'm sorry. It's not that I think that this art... words. It's not that I think that I'm doing bad art for the client, obviously. It's more so that I get caught up in not knowing, like, what to say, and then I just... Yeah. I will never deliver a piece that I think is subpar, you know? So... I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Why are you so insistent? Because you never listen/learn. Alright, that's a little too dark. Oh my gosh. Stop. I need, like, there we go. I need, like, just a tiny bit darker, so there's, like, a little bit of a line work here. It's funny that you mention about, like, the adding things to Throne, because I was like, oh, Vessa's gonna get mad if I don't add something, so I guess I should think about adding a thing. And then I was thinking about it, and I was doing research. How do I even want to say this? I get what you mean, but you need to find a better way to word it on stream. I know, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. I know, I really need to work on it. I don't know how to... I'm not a great streamer when it comes to this stuff. I don't know how to not, like... I'm so at a loss for how to even chat right now. I'm, like, holding back from saying worse things. You want to make the best product you possibly can to please the customer? Yeah, absolutely. I'm just not good at, like, talking about it on stream, I guess. I don't know. It's like, I'm being critical of my skills, but I know I can't be because I'm literally in the middle of doing, like, a client piece, so that's not the time to be, like, criticizing my skills. But I don't know how to discuss things on art streams anymore. This needs to be a little further in, I think. Maybe if I grab this. I think the problem is, like, I used to teach how to do things, and now I'm not teaching how to do things, and now I'm just criticizing myself on how to do things. I'm, like, trying to self-teach myself, but being really mean about it. Does that make any sense? Quote, I'm gonna try a different art style that focuses less on clean line art in the future, but still want to bring the same level of quality that my clients and community expect from me. Thank you, yes. This is why Vessa helps on the PR side. Because otherwise I'd just be shooting myself in the foot. Yes, thank you, exactly. Basically, I want the work to feel more painterly. That's like what inspired me with Arknights so much, right? But then sometimes I see the really clean line art, and then I'm like, I have to work that way. That is how everyone expects every artist to work. And it's stupid to think that way. It's just like, I don't know why I think that way. I just end up doing so. So more of my work in the future is probably going to be closer to, like, the stuff that I did for the Atto event. But I can do clean line art if I have to, because I did for this piece. So I do know how to do clean line art. You gotta let go of the perfectionism and standard if you want to be released from line art prison of the mind. Yeah, basically. Basically that, yes. Basically, Arcu is getting, like, the last clean line art piece that I'm doing. I just need to figure out, like, where my focus in different work is going to be going forward. Because, here's the thing, guys. Behind the scenes, I am trying to plan out a lot of new stuff. And this isn't, like, really secretive or anything. before Vessa, like, tries to kill me to shut up. This isn't really a secret or anything. But I am going to be focusing more on trying to make, like, merchandise type stuff, like designs and paintings and whatnot. And that is all going to involve needing to get out work really quickly. Needing to get out a lot of different work really quickly. And that means that I need to not perfectionist obsess over things that aren't lending themselves to the style that I want. But yeah, TLDR, I'm hoping this year to learn how to ship things. I haven't done that in a long, long time. I'm hoping to be able to do that. I'm working on it. I don't have any ETA on when that's gonna be. But I'm really excited to try to get back into that because it's something I did a long, long time ago. And I want to go back to making cute things. I haven't made cute things in a long time. I miss making cute things. Yes, Prism merch would probably be included in that. Although I don't know what kind yet. I'm sort of trying to figure out, like, what it is merch-wise that people would want. So if there's any, like... if there's anything in particular, let me know. Because I'm still sort of figuring out what that would be. Quick question, at some point I've asked you if you have a board with different face angles. Have you drawn that by chance? A general resource? I have not done that because so many different characters have different face angles. So instead what I have is like those little plastic mannequins. And then you can just turn them in space. I have like, you know, physical little figures. Prism car decal that takes up the entire back window. My gosh. Oh, I didn't even think about that as a sticker. Wow. Wait, what's wrong with me? Maybe I should, like, ask what you guys would be interested in. Because I need to do things that are, like... I want to have some stuff that's very community-focused, and then I want to have stuff that's, like, very general. Like, you don't need to know who Prism is to also think this is funny and cute, you know? Oh, of me? Have I done a turnaround of myself? Like for reference? No, my reference sheet does not have any turnarounds in it, although it probably should. It would probably be easier if it did. But it doesn't. My reference sheet is just sort of using my singular PNG, because I ran out of time to make my own reference sheet. Because, like, a nice, clean reference sheet with multiple angles takes a really long time, and, like, commission-wise, it's one of the most expensive things that I offer to other people, because there's a lot that goes into it. Because you're trying to get, like, the character at so many different angles and things. Poll us? Poll, like, what do you mean? What do you mean, poll you? Like, now? I wouldn't even know what to write in. Is that right, or would that be closer? I feel like it wouldn't be floating that much. I think it's a little closer to the skin. Maybe not entirely, though. I don't know. When I joined last year, I mentioned Prism Plush. Okay, Plush, guys, Plush is really, really, really hard to produce. That would take, that would be really, really hard to get done. Plushie would be very hard to produce. Someday would be really cool, but you have to be really well known to get a plush done. I was just wondering, it could come in handy if you were to make fan art. I have no idea how your hair folds. That's fair. That's very fair. My hair is definitely confusing. Yeah, like a hair guide? I can see what you mean. That is something that I can try to make at some point. My hair is definitely confusing. Get suggestions on Discord, then do poll with the best ideas and see where the priorities are. There you go. That would work. I want to do a lot of stuff that's also, like, very generic. That is, like, it's not generic in terms of subject, like, it's still of stargazers, but it's generic in the sense of, like, you could sell this as a bunny and no one would know, you know? You know what I mean? Might be needed before some point, though. The hair guide. Maybe a quick sketch version could be helpful. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Alright, let's see. I need to get a little bit darker here, where this necklace is. I feel like this needs to be going in a little further, without ruining everything else. Ah, this is all in one layer. That's fine. It works. There's so many, like, overlays of jewels and things, so I want to make sure that I'm getting it right. This probably could get a little bit lighter here, just to create some more visual differences here. Yeah, that's probably good. Make that a little bit darker. I will work on a quick sketch version. I didn't realize that people would need that, but that does make sense. So thank you for letting me know. Because I kind of forgot that, like, a drawing guide would be useful. Not a lot of people make drawing guides, now that I think about it. That's a good point. Let's see here. Make, like, a little bit of shadow, and then I can, once I make a shadow here, then I can get rid of this line art to make it a little nicer, a little cleaner. You're big enough to get fan art now, so people other than you need to know how to draw you. Okay. I guess that's fair. Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think most people make guides. I think people are just like, figure it out, and I probably shouldn't be that type of person. Stay, please. Anime skin shading is so deceiving because, like, it looks like it should be simple, and it's in that simplicity that it actually makes it hard because there's, like, so many parts you don't want to get wrong. But it is really satisfying. Alright. Should be good. Do a little bit here. Very, very subtle. And then I'll erase it on the edges so it's cleaner. I'll make that a little smaller too. No worries, you're busy, Fox. Finish what you have first. No, I'll need to prioritize it. Vessa knows that otherwise it won't get done. This is looking good, though. I'm happy with how this is turning out. Also, not that he has to be in the stream, but I find it kind of amusing that every time we do the just chatting stream, I don't usually see Raul. I feel bad because I know that he said he likes the just chatting streams. Alright, let's try erasing this part so it's all soft. Nice and soft here. There we go. He ascended into becoming a train. Oh no! Oh dear. I mean, I hope he enjoys his train life. And of course, I'm just teasing. If people are busy, I completely understand. I just know that in particular, he's been like, I like the just chatting stream, and I'm like, okay, I've been doing them. I'm just teasing. Alright, maybe like this? It's so hard to tell the color that I see, the color that you guys see, the color that printers will see. I'm trying to make it the best color difference I can here. Make it a little bit outward, I guess. That should be good. Make a tiny bit of a general soft gradient around here, sort of framing the face a little. That's good. Hello, hello, Silence. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm gonna see what happens if I make this a little bit smaller, just because I feel like I made it slightly too large, but let's see here. That might be better. I think that's just a little bit calmer. Yeah. Just a little bit is probably better. Alright, we're gonna save that. So we're making good progress on getting the skin tone in. I have this more saturated color, so let me just add that to the edges here, so it's a little bit nicer looking. Wait, is this... What did I just... Oh, this is line art. There we go. Make it a little bit more saturated around the edges, and then make it really saturated right where the edge meets the, probably do that in a separate layer too. Right where the edge meets the light. Make that just a little bit more saturated. Creates a nicer effect. Reduce it a little bit. Kind of gives like a little bit more of a subtle glow here. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but it just sort of softens the whole piece a little. Do that a little over here on the edge. All around. All right. I'm gonna save that, and then let's see here. What is the next color we need? Probably should focus on the hair, right? So the hair is gonna be black, and the way to paint black hair in a stylized anime is like a gray purple. Probably the best way to do it. And then I have to also make sure that it's gonna match the color here. Okay, I need that a little bit more saturated. And then over here as well. And then we're gonna make blue highlights. And then it'll feel black. It's just a little tricky because you can't really see the, you can't really see the line art, you know? You can't really see the line art, it makes it tricky. So we should probably focus then on, oh my gosh, I might do the hair off stream because the hair gives me so much anxiety. There we go. All right, let's throw in our darker color and our lighter color. And just try to do our best to get every part of it here. Probably gonna be here where it's darker. I'm gonna have to work on getting the highlights and everything in this little in-between crevices. That's kind of like why I don't want to do line art, because I can just paint over that next time. But here you have to make sure it's like really clean, even if I can't really see what I'm doing because it's really dark. But it's okay, it's still a good exercise. Still can learn from it. Hello, hello, Sierra. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, and then this will make much brighter. And it's not gonna be like pastel, it's like just so that we can see dark hair colors. If I could speak, that would help too. Alright, we're also gonna drag this around anywhere that we see that it needs to be. Alright. That's all good. Joseph won? Okay. Oh well. I'm just gonna try to do our best here, and then make this a little bit cooler. Right where the edges are. And right now this is, like, obviously not what the final is gonna look like. I'm just sort of trying to... What's the word? I'm trying to base where everything is, so that I know how to render it later, right? So I can make, like, a little bit of a highlight here, which will also help us be able to see where things are. I think I messed up the color here. The order of the color. I did? Why is that over there? There we go, that's better. And then we're gonna add a little bit of a undershadow so that I can see what I'm doing. Actually, this is a trick I see a lot in a lot of Chinese gacha art, and it looks really nice when you just add a little bit of highlight around the edges. It makes it easier to see what you're doing, and it also just looks really nice. Just adding a little bit of this around the edge. And then we'll add one more layer of a lighter color to be able to see what we're doing. I'll go with, like, tiny, tiny bit here. Like, So see, it still reads as black hair, but then we can actually see what's going on. And then I can work on refining that, cleaning it up, and making it look nicer. Glad the chibi is alive. Yes, I'm experimenting. Any other future commission stream ideas? I'm experimenting. I am seeing how well I can work doing streams and commissions, because I haven't done this in a very, very long time, and I'm still anxious about it, and it causes me to say dumb stuff. So I am seeing how well it works, and the chibi kind of helps so that I have one less thing I have to worry about. So I will see. I will see how it goes. I don't know. Yeah, it makes me a little nervous doing commission streams. But I've mentioned that before. I mentioned before that it makes me nervous. So, yeah. I didn't do commission streams for a very long time. I used to do them all the time. I kind of stopped. So I'm seeing if I can get back into it, or for the most part I want to do it off stream. Alright, I might want to move away from this color right now, because I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm doing. Made all this line art and it's just gonna get covered up by color. But yeah, I also, like, I need to catch up on commissions and everything, so if I could do this on stream, it would be good. But I get nervous. Maybe the art style change will help too. I still have your old streaming VODs from my older commissions. I can share them if you want to review yourself. No, no, I don't need to review myself. Those were before Irium too, so those are probably really dumb, in terms of, like, me talking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I need to review myself on older streams. I lost my words again. I'm just trying to figure out what works. I would love to not be an anxious wreck when I'm doing commission work. It's just tricky. No nervous? Are you nervous? You're the only person who can identify any mistakes and care about them? So, the nervousness basically comes from, like... How do I explain it? The nervousness comes from not knowing what I'm doing on stream, and then not knowing how to progress forward in changing that, and then feeling like it's taking too long to make those changes on stream, and then feeling like it's not interesting to look at on stream, and then feeling like I should just go back to doing, like, concept-related stuff that don't involve hours of tweaking and bothering people. I don't know how to explain this. It's happened for years. It's been, like, a feeling I've had for years when it comes to this stuff. Like, I don't know how to just work and have people be okay with that. Has any of the clay stuff arrived yet? Not yet, but I'm hoping soon. I'm really hoping soon. I'm also trying to work on preparing a space for it. I'm doing a lot of cleanup behind the scenes and trying to make it so that I'll have, like... I basically haven't been working with this stuff for so long that the space that I used to work in is also, like, a mess and needs to be redone. So, I'm hoping to clean up that space, make it all really nice, and be able to do a lot of content very efficiently. The other thing is, Oh, hang on. Let me just catch up on chat here. I'm seeing my... Help me. Oh. Cringing at your old self like all the YouTubers when they review their previous videos? Yeah. I have these embarrassing videos of you from before you were very skilled at speaking on stream. Would you like to see them? Yeah, basically. You worried you're bad material for stream? If you weren't, we won't be here. I'm just... I don't know how to do chill streams without feeling like it's... I don't know. You can ask Vesa. I've had this problem ever since I've started VTubing. Like, this problem's never gone away. I've never figured out how to be comfortable with doing calm stuff. So then that's what always makes me go into, like, concept art mode, where I'm like, I can finish a thing, and we can show off a thing, and it's finished, and we'll end the stream with a finished product, and then people can see that we were productive. Yeah. I don't know where it comes from, to be honest. I don't know where this feeling originates. I wish I did, but I really don't know where it comes from. I think okay, you know where I think it comes from? And this is, like, irony to what Sea Hero was just saying. I think it comes from watching my old streams and being like, this is so boring. I would not watch myself. Because here's what happens, right? When you start learning how to be a streamer, you go on all these videos on, like, you know, how to be a good live streamer. And then every video says, watch back your old streams and see if you're entertaining. And if you get bored really quickly, then you're a bad streamer and you need to work on it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then I watch the old stuff and then I'm like, oh my god, this is so boring. I don't like this. And then it throws me off, and then people are like, no, it's not boring, and I'm like, but it is! I find it boring! And then it's like, yeah, but you're maybe not your audience, and it's like, but then this advice is nonsensical! And I've just sort of, I end up getting stuck in this loop, and then I don't know how to get out of it, and then I end up overthinking things, and that's how you end up in this situation, where I don't do a lot of slow work on stream because I got stuck in this loop that's been messing with my head ever since for years on end. Fun facts! So yeah. That is the story. So this is always tricky for me to do, and it always has been. And the thing is, like, you know, before I was doing gaming things, before Arknights, before Hamtaro stuff even, before Cheese Moon, I was like, I don't know how to apply any of these tips because I don't stream games, I do art, and art is inherently slow. So I can't be entertaining doing art. So that's kind of like, yeah, this is where I've gotten stuck over the years. And then I'll see, like, Ninomai Inanis, and she's doing, like, chill art stream, and I'm like, how is she doing this so calmly? So you guys can tell me I'm wrong, or that it's different for you, or whatever, but I'm letting you know now, the way that I see my own stuff is not changing anytime soon. It's been a stuck thing. Slow and entertaining aren't mutually exclusive. That is true, that is true. You're always going to bore yourself more than what other people will be, and yes, it is nonsensical advice. Reject old VTuber advice, embrace the new era. Thank you though, guys. I appreciate it. I'm just, I feel like every content creator is just always has that fear of like, they say they're okay with it now, but what if they're not in the future? I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's just like, it's just internal demons, and they're strong, and I don't have Zoltrak. But yeah. Anyway. That's basically it. I think it's also kind of tricky, because, like, the way that I am with, like, let's say Arknights is very, very different from how I am, like, doing artwork, I guess? I mean, maybe you guys will say it's the same, I don't know. It feels very different. So I don't know how to, like, balance the vibe difference. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting to that point where I start talking in circles again, so I apologize. I'll do like the magic school bus and defeat the demon with the power of bunnies and anger. Oh, goodness. Every time you hear yourself in recordings, you can't believe other people would ever listen to. It's a human habit as an entertainer or a person in the public will have to shut off. Yeah, that is really true. It took me a really long time just to be able to, like, listen back to myself for recording. Like, when I was doing the Enfield video, right? Like, I hadn't done Evergreen in so long, and it was really difficult to get myself used to listening to myself again telling a story. So yeah, I completely agree with you there. Alright, let's see if I can make a little bit of color background so that... Is this coming off as black? I'm hoping it's coming off as black while, like, still being able to show that there's variety underneath here. I'm trying to make it so it's like you can still tell what it is without getting lost. And then it's like, oh, it takes you so long just to do, like, one little hair bun. Yes, it does, because I keep refining it, because I want to make sure that it's standing out. And make sure you can see the hair bun. Yeah. Alright. Hang on. We're here to hear you yap and yap back. Okay, you know what? That's one thing I also don't get. So here's the thing, right? I think that the, like, Irium made me into, like, a permanent yapper. But then I see streams where it's like, you know, just cozy draw with me, and then the person doesn't talk at all, and it's like just calm music. And then I'm like, how do you do that? How do people end up doing that? I guess that at that point, you're just sort of like, you're a radio at that point, right? I'm gonna do like a little bit of texture where, excuse you. All right, I have to be careful that I'm not losing the depth here by trying to make things easier to see. Because I want to make sure that that doesn't happen. I want to make sure there's still depth in this hair. It's a difficult style to keep pulling off, I think. That is the one thing good thing that came out of Irium, is it made me very yappy. Would not be as yappy, probably. I'm glad it's not stopped you from drawing on stream and streaming in general. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, no, I still like streaming, for sure. The community is built around your personality, not a specific game or something. You just shush. Lo-fi beats exist, you know? That is true, yeah. People love comments after a stressful day. This is where I get really confused, because then I'm like, people like calmness, and then I'm like, oh, well, I don't do that. I'm not a calm VTuber, and then everyone's like, I fall asleep to your voice, and I'm like, what? Excuse me? Like, I don't see myself as the epitome of calm streamer here. And this is where I just get really confused. You know? It's just real confusing. What does this need to be? And then I don't know, like, if I'm providing a exciting and, like, energetic atmosphere or a calm atmosphere, and then I really can't tell. And you guys just very much confuse me. Alright, I think that has enough contrast in it. You're like cool aunt with anxiety vibes, calm. You aren't super soft-spoken quiet, but you aren't screaming loud squealing like annoying girl either. You're the Goldilocks perfect middle. Okay, interesting. You're always confused, Star. Don't ever change. I mean, it would be nice to be less confused. You know, confusion doesn't necessarily lend itself to productivity or flexibility. My gosh. What? I don't hate anybody. Where do you guys get this? I don't hate anybody. Hello, Raul. Welcome in, welcome in. I have a just chatting chill stream. Kind of. Sort of. Depends on who you ask. You'll ask me? What? Okay. Is it a just chatting stream? Yeah, I think it is. It's just, you know, whether it's calm or not remains to be seen. Pretty sure it's a just chatting stream. I think. It's a commission working just chatting experimental stream where we're gonna see how things go. See if I can handle doing this more. That's, like, if I can get that other art style working, it'll probably lend itself to that too. But I am feeling like I am being a little bit productive here on the hair, at least. One guy apparently is falling asleep, so it's probably chill. Oh dear. I can never tell. I can never tell anymore. All right. Oh shoot, how did I... How'd I end up doing this? I have this as, like, thin highlights in the bun, and then somehow in this, all the thin highlights got elongated, and they're no longer... Now it's a different art style entirely. What am I doing? Alright, I need to make a decision. Space buns are hard to color. I'm learning that now. Is there an easier... Maybe... Alright, I think I need to adjust this side so that it's more like this side now. Triana, I don't think you did anything wrong. That was Daho. That should be clear, right? I think I titled it with Daho. Correct me on this, if you mix red and another color, depending on the number of drops, you get maroon. Do you know what the second color is? It's blue. It's blue. Red and blue make purple, so maroon is just red or purple. So it would be blue. If you have red, let's make like a base red, and then you have, let's say like your typical blue, you add blue to it, you're gonna get purple, and then the less you add, the more red is gonna feel like. So then if you color pick this, then you get maroon. Wouldn't it be more red? What do you mean? If you add just a tiny bit of blue, then it's like a red with a tiny bit of blue and you'll get maroon. And then if you need to add like a little bit more, you would add like a little black, make it a little darker. And then you would get like that color. As long as I'm remembering what the color maroon is. What if you add blue first before red? Then you would have to overwhelm it with red. It's a ratio thing. It's a ratio thing. So if you had, imagine it like cups of water, right? I'm gonna explain it like this. If you have this much blue, and this much blue, and this much red, and this much red, then what you'll get is this color or this color. And as you can see, this color is cooler and this color is warmer. So a maroon has more red in it and a purple has less red in it. Does that make sense? So the more blue you add, the more it's gonna have like a blue hue to it. The more red you add, the more it's gonna feel like a red. That makes sense, right? They're both purple, they're just different degrees of purple. Some is more red purple, the other's more blue purple. But it also depends on like what medium you're talking about. If you're talking about physical paint, and you're mixing paint, then you would need to add like way more paint, which can sometimes be really annoying if you mixed like a giant amount of blue and then you need to make like even more red 4 times larger. It can get out of hand really quickly. If more blue, then more blue purple. Got it. Yeah, exactly. It's a ratio, guys. Do I need to do a lesson on color theory? Do I need to do a color theory lesson for you guys at some point? I feel like I need a rake brush right now. Most of you aren't artists. I know, but isn't this like the basic, isn't this basic art color theory? Didn't you get this in like, didn't you get this in school? Color theory was your weakness in art class? No need, it's all out to me. I think you guys got color theory in school, right? I feel like there's a lot of YouTube videos that explain it better than I can. I need to make these a lot thinner to match with this style. Wish I had remembered that. There we go. That matches a little nicer. Unfortunately, you didn't pay much attention in art class. What? Why? Why didn't you pay attention in art class? And if that's the case, then how do I know that you'd pay any attention in my art class? Oh no, this is what senpai feels. Oh, I get it now. Oh no, I get it now. Thankfully, you can treat the whole thing mathematically. There's a lot of math in art. Actually, art and math are really, really heavily intertwined. When you think about, like, Fibonacci sequence and golden mean and everything. Pythagorean theorem. Sacred geometry. Art and math are really, really closely linked. Art and science are really closely linked. This is basically chemistry, right? This is essentially a chemical compound. A lot of materials, a lot of pigments that you're working with is chemical too. Not math, you're awful at math. You need to know some math in art, it does help. Like basic math, like if you need to know your canvas sizes, if you need to know how much you have to order of something, like art and math are really closely linked, actually, guys. People don't think they are, but they really are. Especially if you're trying to do, like, art business stuff. There's a lot of math involved. But even just, like, mixing paint ratio, that is math. No wonder I'm awful at it. Thank you, Stir. Oh no. Did I make this too low? I did. Oh, this is difficult. This is really hard. I made this too low. Alright, can I push it upward? Maybe that'll work. I'll have to redesign it, but if I can do this, make my life a little easier. Push it upward here, and then add... So that these are at least, like, the main thing is I want them to feel like they're lining up, right? So if I can do that, and then I'll... So then they're not on the edge, and they're a little bit higher up. That'll be easier to work with. I'll just have to clean it up a little and make sure that everything is still as high above as it needs to be. Make sure I'm not messing anything up on this side. Or on this side, for that matter. And then add a little bit of extra. Probably should make it in a solid color just so I don't mess things up. Make it as thick as where it needs to be, and then we'll work on blending it backward. Just so I don't have to repaint this whole section, right? Makes it easier in the long run, even though it doesn't seem like it will. Well, you know what? We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna experiment. Whole day is an experiment today. Have you noticed? There we go. What else is an experiment? Science! Science is an experiment. Therefore, art is science. I rest my case. All right. Let's try that again. Let's see here. We're gonna try to move this around. And we're gonna have to adjust some things, but that's okay. Because by doing this, then these will line up and it will look better. I just have to change where it's painted here. That's not too bad. And we'll just adjust this a little bit lower. Is the curvature about the same? I'm trying to make it feel like it's curving. And it's an illusion of depth thing, so... not always the clearest. I think we're getting it, though. I think we got it. Add a little bit more here. See, this is the kind of thing that makes me nervous, is I feel like someone's gonna be like, wow, you're taking so long just doing this little detail layer, and it's like, yeah, you know what, I am. Art takes a long time. But I think that that works nicely, right? This part is tighter, this part is a little bit looser, but I think they work well. We'll make this a little more colored so that we can see what's happening. No one's saying that, though? Stop creating detractors in your head to fuss at you when no one is. Yeah, but see, like, everyone knows that it would be rude to say, so no one would say it out loud. I have to make sure that this is gonna be locked in. That's what anxiety is anyway, isn't it? Isn't that, like, the meaning of it? Hmm? How am I doing in Arknights? Haven't started Act 2 yet. Still working on the side stories. And probably going to be starting collab story tomorrow. Collab story tomorrow. I'm excited about that. Are you guys excited about the collab story? I actually get to read it. I feel blessed that I get to read so many of the stories lately. I know that's not gonna last forever, but I'm taking my wins where I can get them. Gamba? Yeah, I will do a little bit of Gamba. I will do a little bit of Gamba. I promised you guys I would. I will do a little bit of Gamba. I tried to save... I tried to save from what we lost before. I'm still kind of mad at the axe situation. Because I know it's not worth it to try to get a 6-star again in Colonel, but I'm just like, this... We were so betrayed. So I'll have to wait. But hey, at least we got Firewatch now. And I did grab, Hirata, so we're good there at least. Been so busy with work, I feel like I haven't heard Stars reading for years. I can read this one! I can read this one! Bad luck was put out of the way, trust. We'll see. Love Undertopia. Oh my gosh. So sweet. This is too high now, isn't it? Alright. We're just gonna do our best here. Wait, what is the... Hang on. I'm just trying to see where the lines are. Alright, this is going this way, and this is going around. Okay. I really did end up, like, hiding so much of the line art that I spent all this time making. That's one of the tricky things when it comes to darker-haired characters. Is that, like, all this line art gone. Spent so much time working with this line art, it's gone. Alright, this needs to go further downward. So that I can match with the other side. Highlight balancing is tricky when the hair is, like, in a bun. I'm learning this now. Ironically, I'm probably gonna be starting Act 2, like, when my 1 year rolls around. Maybe a little later than that, but, like, really close to being around there, which is kind of funny. I've tried Uma Musume. Uma Musume is not, is not for me personally. I tried Uma Musume. I'm not good with that RNG. I don't like RNG-themed, games. I like to be able to have a lot more control. But I do think that the horse girls are very sweet. I do like their designs a lot. But, yeah, no, I tried Uma Musume, it's just not for me. Alright. I think that's better. Let's make this a little bit lighter. How do you... Oh man, how do you get those styles where it's like the whole back is seen from... Oh man, how does that go? Is it like with a glow effect? No, it's not. How do they do that? Or maybe they do and then they erase it? Let me see here. If you were to do it like... No, probably not. Probably just doesn't work for this, this particular character. That's fine. It works here a little bit. We'll take it where we can get it. Gonna be between your 1 year and 1.25. I don't think anyone's paying attention to 1.25 though. But alright, fair enough. Guys, I was telling this to KLMX earlier. I'm scared of the horse arc. I'm like really, I'm scared of the length of the horse arc. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm genuinely terrified of it. Like, I would love to read the story, but I'm scared of it. I'm genuinely terrified of it. You're just gonna have to embrace it and enjoy it? Are you guys going to be able to embrace it with me? It's the only arc you'll do in full in one go, no interruptions. Oh, man. I'm so nervous about it. It's not even funny. I'm so nervous about it. Guys, I'm gonna need, like, mental strength to get through that. The horses themselves are fine. I'm so worried about the length. Like, I'm genuinely terrified of the length. I trust you if you say it's worth it, but, like, goodness, am I afraid of the length. You'll be mortified of Laterano if length is a problem. Oh dear. I mean, I know I'm. They're all scary. I don't care where it's in. I'm just scared of it in general. I just happen to know that Horse Arc has one of the longest, not necessarily the longest, but like one of them. I just don't think I've read anything that was at the long length side of things yet. And I just don't know how I'm going to, like, do it on stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like the hair buns are looking a lot better now. You gotta get over it because there's longer parts of the game. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. But, you know, can you blame me for having, like, a little bit of anxiety around that? Because, like, you guys don't read it live on streams. It makes a little bit of a difference. Like, there's no bookmark feature. I was saying that to KLMX too. I'm like, why is there no bookmark feature? I need a bookmark feature. Maybe I'll just have my computer open, like, oh no, because then I can't, then you guys will get mad at me if I'm not doing stages, autoing stages and getting rid of sanity, so I can't just leave my computer on either. They're always mad. True! Very true. Mad if I'm not autoing stages, mad if I lose my place reading. I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. Why is there no bookmark feature? Seriously, how is that not a thing? Be like the only person who asks for this feature. No one else wants it. A crash course in Polish. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. That's gonna be really difficult. It's gonna be a long amount of reading, and a long amount of reading with words I can't say. Can you forgive me for being super anxious about this? Because, like, I feel like it's gonna be rough. Again, most people aren't trying to stream it and read it live. It's gonna be interesting in a terrible way. Wait, why is this not locked? This needs to be locked. Oh my gosh. Alright. These buttons are looking better. Still need to do this top area. Still need to do a little bit of highlights here. That's the thing with the art streams, I get so lost in the art that I forget to chat. That's where, yeah. Zero asked me about Arcanites and then just left. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Nah, it's all good, Trion. Have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing collab reading, which should be fun. So I wish you all the best. Oh yeah, I don't even know how long that is. Alright, let me... How is this twisted? 74 stages, uh-huh. Be like, oh yeah, that's why they give you 3 weeks. Will I post the commission on Discord? I will, but it's not gonna be done for a while. Like, there's still a lot to do with it. I'm not very fast with this type of style. But I will post it when it's done. Every time I think about, like, trying to finish something, like, within a stream or something, I always think about that, I think I've told you about the story where it's, like, the girl who makes like a ton of really quick art. This is like a little children's book story. And then someone tells her like she needs to slow down because her art's not that great when she rushes. And then she gets like a different change of heart, but she learns about things in the exact opposite way. And then she's like, okay, I'm gonna try to make a picture of a cat. And someone's like, oh, will you show it to me tomorrow? And she's like, by tomorrow, I'll be lucky if I've even done one whisker. And that just sort of lives rent-free in my head. Oh, shush, Vesta. No, because the whole thing is that, like, originally they worked super fast, and they're like, I'm the best artist ever! I drew 5 apples, 2 watermelons, 3 cats, 2 giraffes in one art class! And they're like, you know, being fast isn't the best thing all the time. Just a little silly story, but I think about, like, I wouldn't even be done with one whisker. So it's like, will I show it when it's done? Yes. Will it get done by today? Probably not. And that's why I stopped doing commissions on stream. Alright. Hey, you know what? The best thing here is that, like, at least I'm doing good with contrast. Because remember when we were doing the Dark Knights painting and I was, like, really struggling to actually have enough contrast? I'm learning contrast, so that's a good thing. You talking down about yourself? I'm gonna hit the shock collar button. I'm not Inuyasha! Jeez. You're one of his descendants? I'm not even the same species. Genuinely studying how you do the air star, one of my weaknesses, it's not easy. I'm struggling as I'm, like, on stream trying to figure it out. Hair is not easy. Especially not this style of hair. Oh my gosh. I've never painted, like, a geisha space bun. It is proving to be quite difficult, but I think we're getting there. It's funny though, I'm not Inuyasha, but I used to have the necklace. Now I have a different necklace. Thankfully this necklace doesn't come with sit commands, because that would be really aggravating. Hang on, I need to, like, see what it... Okay. See what it looks like without the other color. Eh. Eh. Shoot, what was it? What was it doing? It's like this fold over thing. Okay. Alright. Gosh, I'm getting so lost as to where the line art is and everything. Okay, there we go. There we go. Why am I struggling so much with this part? Okay, this needs to be highlight. Which probably needs to blend into this. Which then needs to allow a little bit of highlights up here. How do I do like a... Dark hair color just can be really tricky because of how it wants to behave. Probably needs like a different curvature here. There we go, that looks nice. How do I make this feel less, less purple? I need the purple as like an accent, but the hair color is black. Hello, hello, Daho. Welcome in, welcome in. Maybe we'll try to make it a little... Where does it need to be? Maybe it needs like an airbrush? To be... How do I work with this? I can't even work with... I feel like it was actually easier when it was in a bun. Now that it's not in a bun, now that it's just a regular hairstyle, now I'm having even harder trouble with it. It's a regular hairstyle, goodness. Alright. Let's try to do something like this. We get like a little bit of a line here so that this is standing out more. I feel like sometimes I need to do like little studies of basic elements, you know? Like just doing like a little hair study or something. Oh man, yeah. Did people see what I showed in Creative Cafe? The Kuroshiro short? Where it's like how to get better at doing the object. Do it from memory, and then do the same one from a reference, and then do it back and forth, and then like eventually you'll remember how it's supposed to look. And I'm like, good lord, that's genius. It's so simple, but it's so genius. Why did Audacity just open? Excuse me? Go away. I don't need you right now. I'm not recording anything. Bye. Oh, shoot. Are we good? Sorry. Audacity opened. I don't know why Audacity opened. Sorry. Audacity just decided to open. I told you guys, I have the weird thing right now where, like, programs are just randomly trying to open on their own these days, and I don't know why or how to fix it. And it's not linked to any hotkey because it doesn't happen when I just press a certain hotkey. It's just like, okay, now Audacity's open. I have no reason to be in Audacity right now. The audacity. Oh. So-called free thinkers. I don't know why it's doing it lately. I haven't been able to figure out what the reasoning is for this. This doesn't look good. Me turning down YouTube only for starting out louder was weird. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. I don't know. It doesn't happen all the time. It just happens like every so often, and I'll be like, can we not open random programs suddenly? And it's never the same one. It's always like, today was Audacity. The other day was Shoost. Sometimes it'll open StreamerBot. And it's like, why? Why? What is your reasoning for this? I don't know what it's linked to. I don't know what it's geared to. And it's not a hotkey. Like, I keep thinking, oh, maybe I'm pressing like a keyboard shortcut. It's not sticky keys. It'll just be like, all of a sudden, a new program opens, and I've looked it up, and I can't find any solution. So I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to stop it from happening in the future. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know, because it's kind of infuriating. Ever so slightly infuriating. Alright, I'm gonna save before I lose something. Got no clue. I don't know what it is either. It's just weird. It's not usually too intrusive, it's just like, it just happens sometimes. It didn't used to do this, so it's probably like some really stupid Windows thing that I can't get rid of because it didn't used to do this. It started doing it like maybe a month ago? Didn't used to do it at all though, so I don't know. But I can't look up anyone else who's had this problem, so I can't find any solutions. Windows moments. Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know what to do about it. You know, knock on wood, it doesn't happen during streams normally. Maybe it is an art program tied thing. I don't think it's ever happened with Arknights. Maybe it is related to an art program. I'm trying to think now. If it hasn't happened during Arknight streams, maybe it is tied to a... Maybe it is an art program thing. Because otherwise it probably would have happened by now, right? I don't think I've ever talked about it happening. I think I'd be pretty, like, vocal if it happened during Arknights. But I don't think it has. So maybe I'm okay? Or maybe it is an art thing? I had that problem with Wacom when drawing, not directly on screen, so I don't know. But wait, you had that problem, like, okay, forget about, like, on screen or not. You've had that problem in general? Was it through Clip Studio? That different program would open? Did you have shortcut keys assigned? Does it happen at all when not streaming? I'm trying to think now. I'm, like, breaking it down live as we speak. I'm trying to think now. It's rare, but the mouse cursor moves under the program's window, either Clip Studio or Metabang. I don't think the mouse is moving. Oh, wait, actually, hang on. I just realized the screen's off, isn't it? Is that part of this, or? No, that's just... Was the canvas always off like this? I'm just seeing this now? Was the canvas always off looking like this? Was it doing this the whole time? No? Let me just clean it up a little. That was weird. I'm so confused now. Wait, is this lined up? It's still lined up. This is all lined up still. Huh. Weird. OBS is preparing for early April Fools. I hope not. I really don't have time for that. The pen's tap worked like the double click on the mouse, so it opens the program when the cursor is right above the icon. I'm not hovering over any programs, though. I would just be working, and then it would just sort of decide to suddenly open a program. Yeah, it's not above an icon or anything. So that's a little bit different, at least. But, Arcanite, it kind of sounds like you're experiencing the closest I've been able to find to anyone also having this type of situation. So maybe it is some art program thing. Can't think of what else it would be. Yeah, because it just occurred to me that it doesn't happen during Arknight stuff. The programs opened up. Do you have icons for them on your desktop? Some yes, some no. Like, I don't have the Audacity one on my desktop, for example. Audacity just, like, I don't even know where Audacity is. It's not in my taskbar, though. Yeah, so, like, I would, for example, have no idea where Audacity comes from. It's not right. It needs to be a little bit over. Man, how do people get those nicer looks here? Alright, I do feel a little bit better with the progress we're making here. Trying to make it, like, not too scattered, but just enough so it adds a little bit more visual variety. Without making things too pastel feeling. Alright, we're gonna get a little bit more here on the top. If I can... Yep. Get a little easier to see. Make this a little bit darker around the edges. It is sort of a lot of back and forth, just because it's... You kind of have to do back and forth in order to get these strokes to work. Otherwise, you're not going to get sort of that color blend that you're after. Alright, and then we'll get the little bit of a shadow over the leaf here. How do you do that top part? Trying to figure out how to get the highlight while still having that darker crevice. Still making it show. Right? That little whirl of hair. I was gonna type a question beginning it with, "Can you tell me?" And then I think you can figure out what happened. What, you turned into a fish? Possibly. Probably best that you didn't say it, otherwise Vessel would probably, like, kidnap you. Sorry, this is repetitive, but I was like, oh, that's how you divide the hair. She using yes, Kuro ink. I freaking love Kuro ink brush. I'm addicted to Kuro ink brush. I did the entire Atto event piece in Kuro ink. It's bad. It's gotten to the point where it's like if I didn't have Kuro ink, then I don't know how good the work would turn out. I've become so addicted, Arcanite, it's bad. I can't not use Kuro ink anymore. It's become like, it's all I'm using now. I don't know how to use anything outside of it anymore. I've become very addicted to it. I've never, like, I know that the brush doesn't make the art, but oh my gosh. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, if I had to find a replacement, I'm sure I could. Like, if it stopped working, if you know, if we had to use not Clip Studio, if I had to work traditionally, but like, it's so efficient. It's disturbingly efficient. I hate feeling like I rely on one or two tools, but I do. I can't deny it. The full name is actually Kuro. Arcanite just stopped it midway. It's Kuro ink. Kuro, like black. Kuro sensei. There's a YouTuber named Kuroshiro, and he's like the only art YouTuber for anime that I've actually been able to learn from who didn't just seem like he was for beginners, and like he's teaching tutorials while basically learning through it himself, and the way he explains things is better than I've ever dealt with, so I'm just like, I love this so much. I love every one of your videos. I'm so addicted. Yeah, always shouting out Kuroshiro. Kuroshiro, like, demystified so much of the process for me that then Arcanite sort of, like, helped, buoy. So that's kind of how it is. I think what I should do is I should make this, like, overall a little bit. Just so that this is, like, less intense. And then leave this darker. Maybe this will work, maybe it won't. Have to see. Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe I need, like, an overlay? Maybe I just need to go over it, like, really lightly, really quickly. Like this. Maybe that'll work. Maybe... Alright, yeah. Larger brushstroke and just go over really fast. So it kind of cuts the highlight a little bit. And makes this highlight in the front more apparent. Probably the best way to do it. Then if I have to blend it, I can. Then it still allows things to feel rounded, so that we don't lose that feeling. And then in the back here, a little bit too. How do you do the whirl at the top? It's not pulled back. It's not over. It's like... I think maybe it needs some little extras here on the ends. Hang on. How's that? Okay. Alright, now that we have this established, what I should probably do is I should just get rid of these lines so that they're not in the way. And then I can work a little bit less impeded. And then if I have to match things over, I can. And then, like, getting rid of the line art actually makes my life easier. So now I don't have to follow an exact line, now I can just kind of, like, work around the edges of this piece as I need, as I see fit. This is why I don't actually like line art. So I need to adjust it and sort of reform it, then I can. This is why I just want to do the whole thing with paint over. Am I just sort of like yapping away? I don't know if anyone cares about what I'm saying. When I don't know what to talk about, I end up defaulting to just process discussion. Yapping is okay? Alright. It's nice to hear it? Okay, I can't tell if I'm, like, boring you guys or not. I end up just talking about, like, discussions, like process stuff. I actually worry about if I'm the only one questioning what you said. Wait, let me save this so I don't mess this up. Just focused on work? Okay, alrighty. It's good background noise? Alright. Sometimes I'm just like, they do not care at all about the art process discussion. Thank you for the save, I appreciate- Oh, we don't have command- Wait, we should have commands working here. Do we not have commands working here? Thank you for the save command, though, I appreciate it. We should have commands working here. Makes the daily grind bearable? I'm glad to hear that. Alright, I'm slowly learning, like, how to make this hair more interesting if you just keep dividing it and dividing it and dividing it so that it doesn't look so monotonous. It does help a lot. Yeah, this is what we were missing before, I think. Is just keep dividing. Keep dividing, but, like, do it in an aesthetically pleasing way. Which is not easy. You just have to sort of, like, keep dividing it, but doing it in a way that you're not breaking up your existing shape so much that things end up falling apart. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to, like, you know, go and make it look like stripes, right? So you have to just sort of, like, strategically divide in a few places so that the hair feels like it's moving out of the way a little, which makes it feel more alive, but not so much that it's overwhelming. Which also sort of helps things stay a little more rounded feeling, which helps give depth. Need a command that screenshots the current process and email it to you. I should have done that. I should have done, like, screenshot process thing. People used to do that. People would, like, screenshot a little bit of their work, and then they would do, like, step-by-step that way. And I haven't done that, because I keep thinking, like, oh, I should do that. I see so many people doing that. And then I forget to screenshot. And then I, like, never remember to do it in order to make a tutorial. You've seen those, you usually see those things on Pinterest, right? It's like, we're just sort of, like, showing the screenshot variation, and then I always forget to do it. Your problem today is that you have a desire for spaghetti, but you're not having that for dinner. By dinner, you mean in 30 minutes. That's crazy. My storage has been begging you to stop doing it. I just never remember to do it. I never remember to screenshot while I'm working. I wish there was a button for that. And I wish there was also, like, a reminder to do it. Maybe you could, like, set up a custom reminder and then it, like, tells you to make a screenshot. So that you don't... I remember I've been looking at a lot of art Instagram reel stuff of people who are trying to make content of their, like, traditional work. And they'll do a reel and it'll say, like, I'm gonna make so much content to show off my process and get more eyes on my work. And then it'll be like, I forgot to film everything. I don't really think I like it that way. There we go. Charming Falcon, hello, hello! Yes, Chibi indeed. It's easier to do intense work this way. How are you? How's everything going? How's Miss Falcon? What about a time-lapse that takes pictures every X minutes? Is that a thing? Is that a thing you can do? I've never heard of that. The problem with most program time-lapses is that they're just sort of capturing, your entire canvas, and then, like, the time-lapse would just be here the entire time, and then it just moves through. We haven't yet found, like, a good canvas time-lapse that will do it when you're zoomed in. We're fine? Hope you're all well? Headed to the hospital tomorrow morning. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Wishing you all the best, Falcon! Wishing you all the best, wishing you and Miss Falcon all the best. Oh goodness. Fletchling. We are all rooting for you. We are all rooting for you here. All right. Bleh, words. Oh my gosh. Maybe need to make some highlights in the back here. Don't let the birth of Falcon's first child distract you from the fact you still want spaghetti. Jeez, Vessa! If you're so desperate, then make yourself spaghetti! Just be like, sorry, I'm not having what you're having today, I'm making spaghetti. You're back with taiyaki? I want taiyaki? That sounds amazing. The heck? You want me to cook you spaghetti? The only thing I would do is teach you how to do it. If you cook a man a fish, he eats for a day. A man a fish, you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, and forget it, you're hungry. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm actually not feeling great suddenly. I am trying to push through as best I can here. Alright. I feel like it's... Oh, man. This is such a hard line to hit. I feel like it's maybe too textured? I don't know. It feels like it's too textured now. Do I just need to, like, cut it away in some places? Let's see if I can, like... Feels too textured. Ah! Alright, what happens if I increase the contrast? No, now it just feels too... Well, it does help a little in terms of the highlights, but... No, now it's too strong. Now it's too strong. Ah! Alright, we're just gonna work on the... Oh, wait, is this what happened? Hang on. Did I... Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Need to fix this now. Somehow the canvas moved. Alright. Save that. One of your biggest demotivators is working on small details. I normally like small details. It's just that I'm not good at working with black and purple. It's a really difficult small detail to work in. I'm trying. It's just, it's so hard to balance too many details and not... It's really hard to balance, like... Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to take off my capelet or something. Alright. Getting too warm? Yeah. Yeah, it feels... Ugh. So tired of being tired. Break time? Hydration moment? Okay. Ugh. It's not really a hydration thing, unfortunately. It's a Lamia. Yes, it is a Lamia. In particular, it's Arceus Lamia. I still have the silly little colored thing here. Yeah, it's hard to get all the color detail in. Probably should keep moving around the piece a little bit more. If I was smart about this, I think I'd be moving around the piece more. So maybe we should do that. Maybe I should, like, grab this. Add my metal base. There we go. It's a little bit better. These are all temporary colors. This is not actually the color it's gonna be. This is actually this is the full color. Actually, yeah, this should be a much darker metal now that I think about it. Alright. I did the character design, I just have to work on the key art. That's the main thing. Let's make our tail purple. There we go. We're starting to get it to be a little bit more normal. There we go. This Lamia is absolutely not pastel. Very dark colors. So I want to make sure that we're delivering on that. Oh, a little too dark. Trying to get that in between. There we go. Alright. I'll just grab Lily here for now. And we'll grab the gold. Is it? No. Where is it? There we go. Alright. Oh, it's a little bit closer now. That's better. The reason that all the color was like weird is because you kind of have to make like really separated variation colors so that you can see what you're doing so that things don't get mixed up so easily. Otherwise it's really, really hard to follow. Like if I stayed with these colors being dark from the get-go, you start losing where each color is, and then you basically just change it later, and it's fine. But you can't do that when you're trying to separate the colors to begin with, you know? I don't know if I'm making any sense. Like this, for example, we've got the metal effects, and I'll make that look much nicer, and stuff like that. Gives you a little bit of a better idea of where the piece is going. Also, if this is feeling too purple, if this hair does not feel like black enough, I can shift it If that makes it... Let me just see real quick. I can shift it a little cooler. I could shift it a little warmer. Not that type of warm, but like... Make it a little more brown. Make it a little more green, less saturated. Lots of different things that we can do to the color variation if you wanted to. Basically, just keep shifting it around. Blue overlay? This is a little bit bluer. There's a little bit less purple, a little bit more blue. I'm also probably gonna... Yeah. Actually, like, full blue overlay. I'm probably gonna try a little bit of this. In a sec. Just around where the highlights are. And then switch this to overlay. And then reduce it a little. You can always keep adjusting that. You can also make the overlay into purple too. If that helps. Adds a little bit more visual interest. Alright. Ah. Have a good rest of your night, Aegis. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping in. Might make it a little too saturated, so I can always go with like a gray. And just sort of use it to brighten the highlights a little if needed. Really just kind of depends on what look we're going for. I might have to experiment with it later. I think that's the thing, is I just sometimes need to experiment a lot. Alright, let's try adding a little bit more highlight to the braid. Is this like really large? What is it doing? There we go. Make this a little bit more thinned out. I'm trying to also keep in mind shape language when I'm doing all of these hair pieces, right? Because the shape language of each brush stroke is going to change how the hairpiece feels, if it's going to be too thin or not. So I'm trying to keep that in mind when I'm working too. Trying to see where the lighting's coming from here. Trying to get that purple-black highlight. But it doesn't always behave. Yeah, I just gotta add the rendering to the armor later. Let's get some more of the highlight color here. It's just a lot of back and forth, especially with hair, right? It's a lot of back and forth, and it's a lot of trying to, like, experiment with the rendering. Seeing what works best for each section. I'll head to pillow now. Please don't work. Yeah, I think I might call it in a few minutes, actually. I think I might call it. I don't normally feel gross, so I think I'm probably about to call it. I'm not gonna lie. I can usually be a lot more productive, but something is saying no. Something's saying not today. You can usually get more done. Alright, I think I need to revisit the black anyway. I don't think I'm quite getting the look that I'm after, so I probably need to put it away and come back to it. No, I'm feeling like, I'm not feeling pooped, I'm feeling overheated. Alright. Alright, I think I'm just gonna stop there. I think I need to revisit the black. I think black hair is tricky. Alright. I think tomorrow should be better. Tomorrow we will start the collab and it should be all good. It should be all good. I think that will be fun. I'm excited for that. We'll do Gamba tomorrow. It'll be good. It'll be fun. Everybody who's here, get some sleep. I will see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna continue on this piece a little bit later. And we'll see how it goes. Next week we might be able to get some more detail in. Maybe I'll be able to figure out a little bit nice methodology for everything. We'll see. But regardless, thank you so much, Stargazers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me while I get work done. I appreciate it a lot. So thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world or the many worlds beyond. And well, thank you so much, and all the best.